Okay, now we are live. My name is Zimtog5. You'll see it on the back of my shirt in a moment, some moments from now. Stare with me at the palm trees in the pink purpley sky. Welcome to my lair. This is a place where we feck about with stuff, and tonight is going to be quite experimental. I've got whips and chains and all kinds of BDSM equipment. I hope you're ready to rumble. So, tonight, what are we doing? We're putting my favorite application, Virtual Desktop, to the test versus the cabled solution, Oculus Link. Type an M in front of your message if you want to get it through to me if I've got the headset on. If I can't see chat or I haven't picked up an important digest, then fire it at me. We're going to be hanging out in Virtual Desktop later, and for right now... Inception! Oh god. I see nothing but sadness here. What about over this side? Oh Jesus, it's Reddit. That's not any better. Anyone remember this stack of cards from the DK2 days? Oh man, that was good. Oh look, they've even got Star Wars back there. Oh yeah, you gotta love this. Guy Godin's beautiful. Oh, that's the 3 Palmer Lucky Moon. That's the stuff we're talking about. Zimzalabim, indeed. And top scientists in Doomsday beaten to death. The poor racehorse. And, oh, it's the Orange Man himself. So, with that, and the love that is Virtual Desktop, we are going to just go ahead and... This is fucking trippy. Tonight we're going to start with a cable, okay? We're going to start with the cable because that's what I know least. That's what I know least well. So that's the plan. Starting off with Oculus Link. I've honestly never used it. I've never once used Oculus Link. And for those who are wondering, hey Zim, are you sitting on your foot? Are you sitting on your foot?
Zimtalk5 says, ready to rumble.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I just heard that. I heard that. That was like a super echoey thing. For all of you who have been like patiently waiting the extra half an hour, thank you. Thank you for waiting half an hour for old Zimmo. I appreciate it. That is very kind of you. I've actually been pretty good on showtimes lately and bumping things where I need to, but tonight I'll tell you what happened. Very simple thing. I'm a very simple man. This cable is the Oculus power cable. This is a USB-C cable end to end. So this should suffice for Oculus Link. Now, they originally out of the box, this wouldn't work, and they patched it in. They patched in support for this and other similar cables later. I have like a 15-foot cable that I don't know where it is. I have no fucking clue where my giant silver bundle cable is. It's not in the attic. It doesn't seem to be down here. It's not tucked behind my computer. I don't see it in a box. It's not in my data cables collection. The feck is it? I think I had a burglary. I think I need to report to the police someone stole my silver cable because I have no idea what happened. Now, every now and again, there is something that happens and you go like, what's going on? My monitors both blanked out for some strange reason, so hopefully you guys can still see the show. That's all good. Thank you all for joining. Now, out of the box, what I'm just going to say is this little guy, the Oculus Quest 2, is a veritable virtual desktop machine. It is amazing. Now, I've got installed a 90 hertz version, which is like a faster frequency refresh, like the browser at the moment on Oculus Quest 2. This thing is amazing. Like you can just jump to the other side of the house. Okay, a couple of rooms away from your router or whatever. Or a router, if you call it a router, and do the toot-toot-toot-toot-tooter, then you can do that as well. I love virtual desktop, means you can play all your kind of games and stuff. And recently, about less than a year ago, Guy Godin, he flashed an update that allows you to play even Oculus games. Before, it was like, you're going via Steam VR, you couldn't get to the Oculus content, which felt really weird. You're like, hey, I've got an Oculus headset that's masquerading as a Steam VR device, and I can't play Oculus content. Feckin' odd. So things like From Other Suns couldn't play, all that kind of stuff. Gonna test some of that stuff tonight, that's the plan. So, this is something that I've never done. I haven't tried on a show floor. I haven't tried in my bedroom. I haven't tried buck naked, running around squawking like a mongoose while wrapping the cable around my manhood. I have not done any of those things. Well, most of those things I've not done. None of those things I've done. And tonight we're going to do that. So this cable is way longer than the cable that comes in the box. I'm actually going to do this just because I think it's fun and maybe a little bit of a joke. I have the cable. I do have the cable that comes in the box as compared to the original Quest. And this is it. This is the length you get in the box. It is definitely not long enough to be attached to your computer and your head at the same time. Unless, like me, you like an enormous amount of time spent under your desk hole. Your desk space. The space with your desk in it. Okay, so that's the plan. That's what we're going to be doing. Let's see. What do we got? I've got VD, but everyone hogs the Wi-Fi. That's not going to help you with venereal disease. You know, the Wi-Fi is not going to help you at all. No, it's you're going to have to talk to a doctor for that one. So this cable, I don't think I'm going to use tonight. Now I was rooting around for this other cable, right? Looking for the second cable, and that's why I'm late. And then I realized, I was like, hang on a second. I've got an extension USB-A cable connected to a USB-C cable that I use to connect to my Quest every single time I stream with it. Why I didn't think about this cable, I have no idea. This cable is actually the same length, I think, as the Oculus cable, so it's just 1 meter, which is 3 feet. Not long enough to do anything with. Certainly not tie a noose and hang yourself from the ceiling. So, with that, can you show what VD settings you'll be using for the best performance quality? Pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Welsh, remind me a little bit. Yes, I will. I use a variety of different VD settings, usually medium. But the most important trick is if you got a router and you got this happy little device, and again, remember, we are pre-launch. This is not available to consumers just yet. It's going to be the 13th, so we're not far away now. Many of you are just eagerly awaiting getting your grubby hands on this thing, and you should be very excited. It's an awesome headset. Love it, love it, love it. By the way, if you think I'm influenced and if you think I'm biased towards Oculus equipment, I most certainly definitely am. If you want to hear that story, check out last night's stream, where I went into that in grave detail. Bored quite a few of you, but some of you thought it was quite a cool story. So check that out. I've never really talked about that end to end before, and I went into a lot of detail. So, let's go ahead and jump into this. This is going to be kind of a relaxed experimental stream tonight. I'm going to jump into a bunch of different titles. If I don't have them installed, you can ask me. I can see if I can download it quick. If you say Asgard's Wrath, please, the door is just there. Go to the door. Yeah. If you play VD with Steam, please play Phasmophobia. We have an F-Reality 4-way event planned for Phasmophobia. We just need to get Rowdy a CPU. So, waiting on him to have a PC first before we do a 4-way in that game, which would be good. So we're just waiting. Hopefully by October end, so that we can do it for like Halloween or something. That'll be fun. I put the kind of thumbnail and stuff out there. So, cable. We're just gonna go ahead and cable her up. Actually, this is the cable from the box.
Says, can you watch porn on it? LOL.
Can you watch porn on the Oculus Quest 2? So the answer to that question is maybe. I haven't tested it yet. I tried. It didn't work. It didn't install SLR. But before the end of the week is out, I will write this down. We will do a porn test on the live stream. No, not here. They would not like that. But I will test it on the side and come back to you with results. Okay, the APK for SLR, which is Sex Like Real, is an app that was designed for the Go, which is fantastic if you're looking for that adult material. And from what I'm told, if I drop the APK on the Quest, which I have it on the Quest 2, I have it on my Quest, and I have it on my Go. If I bring that over here, that should run. If it doesn't run, I'll tell you. Simple as. Okay. Right, what else? Zim has lots of experience in the app. I do have a moderate amount of experience in the app. I've seen it grow over the lifetime. In the same way, the virtual desktop is quite good. Actually, if you really want to go to the pot of where you can find all this stuff, back in 2014 there was a site that was established, which is Oculus NSFW. I'll let you know what it is. So if you don't know Reddit, it's reddit.com r/Oculus NSFW. A lot of people like shy away from these questions. I don't. It is what it is. There you go. I like it about as much as mini golf. It's kind of in that category for me. So while you're staring into your virtual desktop hole, let's ask ourselves a question. How easy do we think that this is going to be, this process of me connecting, enabling Link, and then presenting it to you? So as I said, I've not staged much. I know quite a bit about streaming, as you know, 6 years in now for VR. We're going to be able to work through any problems, and I'm confident we'll be able to show you whatever I get to see. Now, ideally, what I want to do, and the reason I've got this running already wirelessly so you can, fly about the office or whatever here, the reason I wanted to do it that way was so that you would see exactly what I see in the headset, and that's what I'm broadcasting at the minute. If for whatever reason connecting to the PC by USB breaks that, as I suspect it might, I will instead show you the desktop output, which is Oculus Mirror running on desktop, and that's not what I see. In order to show you what I see, I will have to make a local recording on the Oculus Quest, and even that is the raw file. It's not what I see through my eyes. So I feel like this is the best representation if it sticks. I'm not expecting it to stick, is the sad thing. Okay, so that's what that is. Right. Right. What do we got? Devo VR player, all that kind of stuff. How is the latency? So with a 5 gigahertz network, the key thing, if you want to use virtual desktop, is you log into your router.
VR Vibe says, hey Zim.
Hey, how's it going? You log into your router and you disable your 2.4 gig network because you don't want it using the slow pipes. You want it using the fast ones. But the important thing with that is your wife, your significant other, whatever else, they're going to be upset at you because when they walk to the other side of the house or down a floor or whatever, the 2.4 gigahertz signal is a longer wave. It's a longer wave. And what does that mean if you've got a longer wave? It's more penetrating. Yes, gentlemen, you got to be more like the 2.4, not the 5. You got to be more like the 2.4, more penetrative, right? Long, and it punches through brick like we have here in Europe. European houses or brick walls and stuff like this. So that's the stuff that if you want to use your Wi-Fi out in the garden, in your backyard, whatever that is, then 2.4 has got to be on. You turn it off and you'll find if you go like 2-3 rooms away, you're like getting patchy reception. Like, hey, what's going on? But the fast modulated 5 gigahertz signal can, because of the modulation frequency, carry a lot more data. And because that data can go on it, it means that you can play games much more smoothly. I usually get around like 300 to, what, 500?
Long and hard, LOL.
Long and hard. So you gotta get like a, if with the 5 gigahertz, don't be far away from your router if you want good experience. I would recommend in the same room as or the room over, not really further than that. You can try to push it if you're doing simple stuff like sitting on the couch playing a desktop game and you're far away, but I really wouldn't recommend it, okay? So disable or compartmentalize your 5 gig and your 2.4 gigahertz networks. Make sure the Quest is connected.
I'm running my VD with a PCIe card Wi-Fi 6 card.
PCIe card, Wi-Fi 6 card. That's amazing. Post the link, Jay, if you're able. That sounds really enticing. My box is completely full. Every port slot is filled up. But beyond that, we're going to do something else. All right, let's go ahead and try. So. Right, family-friendly content without penetration. Shiz Louisa. Have you tried setting the different frequencies to different SSIDs? Then you can keep the 2.4 gigahertz on, or does it still interfere? I've tried that. My particular router doesn't allow me to just keep the 2.4 on. I've tried a whole bunch of different things. Doesn't work for me. Some boxes will let you. Mine doesn't. Didn't want to pay 200 quid for a new box. Simple as. Okay. So, I can't wait for the 13th. This is like super great headset. I absolutely love this headset. You're going to love it too. I'm absolutely convinced. And yeah, people have been DMing me and stuff like that, asking various questions. I try to answer as much as I can. Let's cable her up and see how we can go. Now, one of the important things is if this is a USB-C cable that you've got from the original Quest, this is the original Quest power cable. Again, just to recap, this is the new Quest power cable and power. This is what the cable we have here in the UK. Hang on, that's not big enough. Let's get active. Right, that's what we've got in the UK. Yeah.
Quality RP says, how would you rate the Quest 2 overall?
Overall,
1 to 10.
Oh god, out of 10? You know what? I always ask people this fucking question. How do you rate so-and-so out of 10? And no one ever answers me. They always dodge the question. No one wants to pin themselves down. They're like, oh, it's really good. I'm like, I said out of 10, bitch. Give me an answer. And now you've put me on the spot.
Dark Hills says, I'm buying one at the end of the month.
8.
Do you think they will still be in stock?
I'd say 8 or 9 out of 10. They're like, the lenses have a little bit of drag on them, but it's better than the other solutions that we've had so far, given the resolution. It's all acceptable trade-offs. The sound, again...
Zim, I got Wi-Fi 6. I have MSI Meg Unify X570 board.
MSI Meg Unify X570 board. Cool. Nice. And you got a new thing as well. So yeah, I'd say probably a solid 8. And then you're going to have to ask me to compare with the others. But let's get on with testing this, because otherwise we'll run out of time.
Link in the chat.
Okay.
Only issues is enabling 5 GHz hotspot. It's spotty.
Okay, thanks. No worries. Appreciate your feedback, your link, and all that kind of stuff. Out of 10 is...
says, test.
False objectivity. I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and just go through this stuff. I love it. Sedgwick, OG. We used to do this testing thing. Some of you will have like no clue what that's all about, but it is what it is. So there you go. Now, the cable for the... oh, I missed one very critical piece. And that's the reason you're looking at it on the table. And it's this guy. So I've got a Nimazo. It's a little tiny, simple USB 3 dongle with, at the end of it, a USB-C connection. This has a 90-degree connector. And so the easiest way to keep it out of your way, link it through the headset, around the side of the strap, into the side of the headset. Okay, so click. And what we're going to end up doing, I will show you the prompts that I get on screen. How I do that, who knows, we'll figure this out.
Can you tether straight to the PC Wi-Fi, or would it still need to go to router first, Zim?
Can you tether straight to the PC Wi-Fi, or would it need to go to... I've only ever done it router. I've never gone straight to PC. I've never done a direct one-to-one link. You can try it. I don't know how that would work. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this thing out. Now, if it's going to work, I don't honestly know, but we're going to find out. Right, so give me a second. How is it watching movies on it? I watch like Netflix and stuff all the time. I love it. I love using VR to watch movies and stuff because you don't get distracted.
Extra milliseconds of latency over USB 3.4 link.
What's this? USB 2 has a few extra milliseconds of latency. Yeah.
You can by enabling hotspot on Windows 10. Yeah. That's how I use VD.
Okay, cool. Now, let me try this here. I should get a prompt, and if I don't, I can go into the panel. Okay, allow access to data. I think this is not going to work, but we're going to try. As I said, I think connecting to USB will break its connection, but we're going to try.
Dark Angel 3 says, leg bone connected to the hip bone.
And you can see I've got the cable. I'm going to leave it showing and all that, right? Like you can see I've got the cable. It's just there up over the band, straight here. It basically takes the pressure off of the port when you do it that way and just wrap it around the strap. And it's not too annoying against your head or anything. And it drops it below, back behind your ear. It doesn't get in the way of the headset. This is the way I'd recommend doing it. But that said, again, I'm not a person who's very experienced at using headsets this way. I generally don't. So here we go. Allow access to data. Yes. Okay. So desktop, right? Good. Right. So there's my desktop, right? This is, now you're going to get some probably extra lag now, I would imagine. Now, so far, hang on. Wait, what am I seeing? I'm seeing my, yeah, okay. So now wait, hang on. Hang on a second now. Hang on. The virtual desktop, I'm really confused now. What's going on? Okay, virtual desktop. We got to get out of that. Now this is cool, right? I'm linking, but the headset's already remotely connected on a 5 gigahertz network. Okay. And
the VR Vibe says, Zim, don't be streaming us your VR pornography by accident, haha.
I'm not going to show you any porn by accident. Don't worry.
Did you use SideQuest to load the streaming update to VD?
Did I use SideQuest to load the update?
Again.
So Geek Odin gave me the 90 FPS version of this, and it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's publicly available yet. So in the settings, you can see the various rates. There's your frame rates. There's your desktop bit rate, which is obviously the throughput from your desktop, which is nice because before it had like various grades like low, medium, high and that stuff. Boost clock rates is important as well. So if you're doing something like what I'm doing, tick that because it'll pull extra juice and it's like overclocking. That's probably a terrible explanation, but it is what it is. Environment quality, I generally leave it medium or go low. Dynamic lighting, again, I just usually leave it alone or disable it. It depends on how much juice or whatever you need. Now, you're all seeing that stuff. Good. It hasn't broken yet. Now, the other thing I was going to show you, I had a question yesterday. We're jumping between Link and Virtual Desktop. I'm not testing Virtual Desktop yet. I just happen to have that open. Here are the games from Oculus Home. Okay, so you've got all kinds of things. I think that's my home. That looks like my home. Solaris, Stormland, all this stuff. We're going to play around with some of this stuff later. I don't have much installed. If there's a game you want me to specifically test and it's not too big, I got a big desktop, I can do it. Then there's loads of other things here.
Says,
okay.
Me and the boys overclocking my Wi-Fi at 3 a.m. gone wrong.
Oh man, the overclocking thing. Not good. Right. So if I quit that, right, can I quit that and still show you? This is going to get complicated. I'm telling you, this is going to get... So I quit that. What happens?
Play ALY exit will strain the streaming.
Oculus Link. Okay. Look, it's gonna... I know it's gonna affect it.
DRM free games outside of Steam or Oculus work on VD.
I don't know the answer to most of these questions right now, so just hang on. My brain is flipping as I'm trying to sort this stuff out. Okay, so now it's flickering because, and it's kind of lo-fi, but yeah, this is gonna obviously cause a problem because I'm trying to run the screen copy at the same time as getting across the link cable. I would say the resolution has taken like a 50% hit, and you can kind of see
seeing the Rift environment.
Yeah, so this is the Rift environment, and you've got a whole bunch of different things. You've got the different dash here, right? There you go, disable Oculus Link. Let's go ahead and play something. So I'm going to go to my library, and let's try, let's try Stormland, right? It's probably going to wreck my PC, but let's...
El Bagdal Wonk says, It will be fine.
Tell you,
the smoke from the device is manageable.
The smoke from... Hey now, be kind. Rewind, right? Rewind yourself and check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay. I think it's broken.
Please play Half-Life.
Oh my god. Half-Life? I can try Half-Life later, if it still functions on my PC. I'm running out of desktop space, but...
Flowerful says... Old man keyboard LMAO.
Yeah, old man keyboard. Why do you guys keep bitching about my keyboard? You know? Why don't y'all shove it? Shove it with it. Stando shine.
Can you do Alyx, mate?
I'll do Alyx. All right, one thing I want to do. Now, this game is more of a standing game, so I should really stand for this. You know? How much?
Vibe says, is that LCD flickers in?
So this flicker is probably related. I mean, I can disconnect the mechanism of what I'm using to show you.
Get off those buns.
All right. I'll get up. I can say that the color depth is like taking a hit. So give me a second here. I need to change a few things around for me to be able to actually show you this the proper way. But you're seeing the same flicker I'm seeing, so it is what it is. Okay. Now. Link runs in 72 hertz, maybe that's why.
How do they latencies compare?
Well, I haven't started yet, so give me a second before I can answer latency questions, please. It is what it is. Okay. Now, my voice isn't going to be as clear because I don't have my lapel mic on right now. I'm going to be across the room. I'm going to try and keep it not so crazy. I'll be right back. I got to drop the green screen and stuff. And so you don't see that crazy magic. I'll put you over here.
The VR bitrate is on a separate area from desktop PHY.
Alright, well I'll be right back. Just dropping things over. Oh, the precipice. Sorry. Get rid of the chair. Okay. Now, the real question is going to be, and I think this is an unfair test, the real question is going to be, can we use this in the same way?
How's the new Oculus Quest 4 treating you?
The
What
Oculus
do you mean
Quest
you
4.
haven't tried it yet?
So the Oculus, right? This is you guys know this, right? This is the Rift S, and the Rift S has been my desktop and daily driver headset. This is the headset that I reach to when I'm doing anything simple. I love it. It's been a great little headset. Not everything about it's perfect. I think the design is a little bit cheap.
More like Rift F.
Rift F. Cute. So we're going to stick with that, okay? So let's go ahead and try and see what this is like. As I said, the reason I'm showing you through the, through wireless
you a cyclist?
Am I a cyclist? No. I'm a VR esports dude. I take down the competition. Like, yeah. I used to be a cyclist until my neck vertebrae decided that I shouldn't be anymore. It sucks. Cry one for me, man. Cry one for me. Right. I used to cycle to work and stuff, but, yeah. Unfortunately, eyeball problems. Right. Why can't I see shit? What happened? That's feckin' lagged. Watch this.
Oh no! Says, I had to mute my volume to make sure that beeping wasn't coming from my com.
I'm not sure what's happening. Something's got infected since I dropped my, Hang on. What's happened? Did I unseat this? What's going on? I'm seeing nothing in the headset right now. And that beeping is annoying, isn't it? I'm literally saying Jack. Like, why? Well, you guys can see it, but I can't see it. That's not fair. I knew this was going to go well.
3 says, we can see though.
I know you can see.
HRMMMM.
It's also... Alright, what happens if I... Oh, I unplugged it. Oopsies. Right? There we go. I accidentally unplugged it.
Says, AFF, it's fine. The show must go on LOL.
It says PC disconnected. What the hell? Oh, I probably should have just flicked the display on and off. Hang on. And then if I stick this in, I get the pop-up screen for allow.
Says, play blind, we will guide you.
Yeah, you're gonna guide me? Sure. All right. Let's see if this is gonna work. Looks like you can see what I see. That's good. Okay, I can see again. It is not running happy. All right, hang on. Just to make sure that this is...
Says, Stormlands.
What the hell?
My favorite dead game. The VR Vibe says, latency from Zim and the game is massive geese.
No, so that was just like some kind of screw up. So let's go ahead and try. Like, ready, set, drop test.
Kenny Y says, did you plug the link cable in your keyboard motherboard?
It's plugged into my motherboard. It's plugged in somewhere. What is this about? Refractive atmosphere.
Says, there is a black flicker.
Yeah, we know. I'm seeing it with my balls. I mean my eyeballs. And
Dark
I think...
Angel 3 says,
Right. So it's playable. The black flicker is obviously a problem. That could be based...
Jark Hills says,
don't turn your face on.
You're seeing it like 20 seconds after.
You're seeing what 20 seconds after? Oh, you are? Oh, interesting. Okay, so...
Cars says, a good 20-second lag.
I see it. Okay, can I... So the best thing I can do now, as I was saying, I thought that this method would degrade. Because what's happening is, the pipeline to the headset is getting... Stop turning your head down!
Like 10 seconds latency.
Okay, so that's a problem of how I'm showing it to you. Let's address that, and then I can just give you verbal comments about what I'm seeing. But at least you've seen the kind of fidelity that I'm looking at.
Sidwick says,
you know?
Shouldn't you be able to capture Link the same way you'll capture the Rift S?
Yes, and I'm going to do that, but I wanted to show you what I'm seeing, and the color depth and things like that. You can, maybe you can't tell, but for me, the visual clarity has downgraded due to the compression over the Link. It's kind of like looking at a not very sharp JPEG. Okay, that's the way I would describe it. Like things aren't my eyes want to focus on them, and everything's like that little bit blurred. It's a little bit, it's not ball breaking, but it's really the color depth that I lose in that. So let's go ahead and just muck with this and change things up.
Do you think it's better to buy games on Steam and use VD, or buy native on Quest?
Oh, good question. Ooh, that's a feckin' good question. That's a good question. Now, remember in your minds what that picture looked like, okay? Remember in your mind's eye. And what I will do is I will change how I'm capturing so that you can see, okay? And this is going to be a little bit different. Wow, it's different. It is definitely different. As I said, I was going to do some of this stuff like live.
Says, you'll end up buying on both anyways, lol.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you do really end up buying in both places. Okay, so.
Says, the cable fell out my mind's eye.
It did it. Did it now. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do something now. Something lovely. Something with cows. Take the mask away. There we go. Okay, here we go. This is what it looks like. Zoom. Right, there we go.
Courteous
Okay.
Brownington says,
Now.
Does Cider Quest still work on the Quest 2?
Okay, so this
Owner
is...
Haas says, if it's on Steam and Quest it's probably cross-buy. So
Right. Now this is, you're going to be looking at the desktop, so you're no longer going to be seeing what I'm seeing. I will tell you what we're looking at. I'm going to go look at that box again that we just saw. And I know your mental picture is disappearing fast, Rowdy. It's a problem. You know, there's too much junk in that brain of yours. Been studying too much. Experimented. Dice some rats up. Yep, you know how much you have an affinity for those rats. Right. And this HUD, God, why did I pick a HUD heavy game? Why did I pick a HUD heavy game? At least look, the cable with the original Quest is there.
Brownington says, does Cider Quest still work on the Quest 2?
Let's have a look. Alright, let's have a look. Let's see. Things are... They're not a huge amount different, actually. Oh, wait. There's a reason for that. I'm still across Link. It looks better for you, not me.
Says, does Cider Quest still work on the Quest 2?
Does Side Quest work on Quest 2? Yes. No different. Works perfectly. Alright. Here's the box. Now, you'll see it differently. It looks like that. It looks like a Skyrim. It looks like a Skyrim texture to me. That's what it looks like Skyrim level detail. Like, not fantastic, just kind of okay. And as I said, I'm not in my lab tonight, so audio is going to be around the shop. I'm not going to be gaming this way like a whole ton, or maybe I can swap to my lab, but I figured tonight we'll just go with the stand mic. Let's go ahead and go somewhere, maybe the Psycad region, that's always good fun. Zippity-doop, zippity-boop-bop. Let's go. Alright, so now you get to see. But yeah, generally speaking, I would say that, You could definitely use this instead of Oculus Rift. I need more time with it to tell you which is better. I might be having performance issues if you're seeing a lot of shaking. Although, to be honest, I see what you mean. It is shaking. Why is that? It's like shaking, isn't it? What's going on? Alright, hang on. Maybe there's something I can do about that.
Hi, Vesper, it's Cypher. I've got something interesting to show you.
Meow Mix says,
you
your
chance.
GPU is a GTX 1080.
Yeah, it's a 1080. It's even shaking if I'm not moving. Yeah, it's really weird. Why is it doing that? Let's test this. Hang on. Let's just put it on the table. So I use my handy magic contraption, which is an eraser thing. Yeah, it's got like a slight stutter to it.
Call Me Jay says,
You see it?
Is it shaking for you too in the headset?
That's... Look. Headset's not fucking moving, lads. Yeah? Isn't that weird? I find that bizarre. That's a bit strange. Why is it doing that? I didn't know you were playing Quake. Cute, Dark. Cute. How's Vorpex on the Quest 2? Haven't tried it, probably won't. Is your CPU maxing out? Let's try. I know, typically that's the reason. How are we? No, CPU's at...
Jay says, it's the Earth's vibration.
CPU is at 60% at the moment. Yeah. But yeah, the character in the frame seems to be shaking. Right, let's just try Stormland and capture from the game instead. Just to see if it's any different, okay? Just, we need to have fair comparisons here. Again, this is kind of non-scientific, but feck it. Alright. That's Stormland. And you see the resolution? It's like weird. It's banded at the top because the Quest is actually quite wide. It's quite a wide panel. So that's what it's capturing. Because that's what it's creating. If I move that around, it's got like a shake. I don't think I'm getting that in the headset. Let me test it. Let me just check in a second. I think it's pretty smooth for me, but it's like it's stabilized. And you see my character model? It's moving. I don't know what's going on. It's like it's 60. Yeah. It's bizarre. I don't know. Maybe it's a Stormland thing. It is tracking is normal. Is it normal? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and check this out. As I said, I'm not experienced with this. This is my first night ever using Oculus Link. The nice thing about the Link is, if you're using the original Quest cable, it's not bad. Like, I thought it would be heavier.
Chidwick says, it's not a bug, it's a feature.
I'm just checking. Is it shaking? Seems okay. Seems very sensitive though. Okay, let's grab my hands. All right.
Call me Jay says,
Performance.
check and see if it shakes in home too. Probably stabilization is off.
Ah! Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing here. It's been a while since I played Stormland. I don't remember the controls. It looks pretty good.
Adam says, Zim, why are you so nervous?
Totally nervous. I'm always nervous. So this is basically, for those who are just tuning in, we are just trying out
maybe try a different
Oculus Link. I will try a different game for sure. Well, let's just run around in Stormland for a second here. Hey, little rat man! Why can't I kill you? It's not fair that I can't kill cute little creatures. Come here. Ah, my gazongas. For a second there, I thought I had robo-boobs. That would have been cool. Damn it, it turns the feckin' head on every time! So, okay, so far, totally playable. Would I be happy if I used it this way against my Oculus Rift S? No. Would not be happy with it. It's definitely not as good as as Virtual Desktop. Like, it's remarkably not good. I feel like I'm on like a 10 megabit per second source or something. Like, it feels really low. And it's not a perfect image either. Like, the image is grayish.
This is using VD, right?
No, I'm not using Virtual Desktop. I'm on Link. So the way you should know that it's Link is the cable. Okay? As long as the cable's in the headset, it's Link. I don't do cabled Quest stuff. I do that wirelessly. Okay? So just so that everyone's clear. Thank you for asking the question. Let's squeeze some balls. That was not satisfactory. I didn't get to see the blurb. Come on. Walk to a sunny bit, squash a ball, and then try something else.
Have you tried VR chat? I'm pretty sure more people would be playing that with a Quest 2.
Yeah, I tried VR chat last night. We did dip into that. We gave it a shot. If anyone wants anything in particular to be shown, I will show you. So again, so far, this is not in any way convincing. It's just like, it works. There's no lag.
Says, back in my day, VD was something you tried to avoid on a night out.
I'm just trying to see if I can get the black bars to, like, usually if it doesn't know which way you're going to look. So I'm definitely getting pull-in from the sides, but I think that's Stormland. I think I probably would have seen that.
Says, check the auditor villa in VR chat.
Okay, let's see here
Wink,
now.
wink.
Haha, cute. Now, yeah, see, the thing is, I don't know if you're all able to see the same...
Didion says, Link is in beta, it will get much better.
Yeah. I know Link will improve, but the point is, like, there's quite a lot of value in virtual desktop right now. I think coming into tonight, the point is, we're not really asking the question, is virtual desktop better than
says,
Link?
I heard you need to super sample from Tray Tool.
Yeah, you can super sample from the Tray Tool. I've heard that as well. But like out of the box, in terms of what you get, I think it's important that we're able to just, you know, what is this doing? Hang on. What game was I going to do? I was going to do something really simple. BlazeRush.
XDay Plays
See if that works.
H-E.
What up? How's it going? Yeah, someone's just learning the messaging system. Hey, that's it. You can super sample in game for this game too. Okay, very good. Flip. Let's see if that works. Now, BlazeRush is a game that really like works quite well, and I absolutely love it. It's really fun. Now, this is ancient. Like, this is an old Russian game, but like, it's a game that probably none of you have seen before, and it's a good quality check for me because the sharpness of the game and the colors and stuff are really good fun.
XDay Plays says,
Whoops!
HD Wise and remember me from
Shit.
not cause I left for a while, but a lot's going on.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry, Extra. I know you're here. I know you're not new. I was just joking, man. Okay. Looks okay. Again, the color depth on the car is not right. It's like, it looks muted, more pinky than red. And I see that in all over these things. So anyway, that's BlazeRush. I like their menus and stuff, so it makes it really kind of easy. Let me just see. We'll do one more race before we go on. What are we gonna pick?
Elvactyl Wonk says,
Elvis.
Can you try the headset on the table again to see if it still jitters?
Oh, does it jitter?
N0
Yeah, sure.
External
Good call.
W0LF says, are you playing until the battery runs out?
Yep, all 5 nights I will play until the battery dies. And because it's cabled right now, shit, I didn't think about this. You guys tricked me. God damn it.
Matthew Lake says, it looks fine now. I think it was performance issues.
I don't know. It could be performance
says,
issues.
Few more viewers to get to 100.
Right, so that's the way we're going. So, I changed the screen so you can't tell.
Intentionally, I'm trying to lie to you about the performance capabilities of this beautiful headset.
I really don't think, like, is it going to replace my Rift? I don't know. I kind of doubt it. But maybe. The thing is, normally when I'm doing Rift S stuff, like, the cable is nice.
How was the Stormland performance of Link compared to your Rift S?
It says, you said it now. Got to play till the headset dies. Are you of old age? I gotta sell my Rift S now for Quest with Link.
Link does require more resources than VD.
Look, what you're seeing is not representative of what I'm seeing. Okay? I think that's important. We did at the very beginning, I was showing you exactly what the headset is seeing, and then it was kind of lagged, right? So the only way for me to do that is to reconnect the headset, right, with screen copy, and show you that. Should I do that? I think, look, you've seen this, right? Can you take a picture or something? Someone just take a picture of this. All right, and then we're going to do a comparison shot. When I connect the headset, we do the magic and you can see it that way. Because I think the main question we want to answer for ourselves is,
EA 100 viewers.
How's it going, you know? Rowdy, really, 100? Cool. That's nice. Thank you, everybody. That's cool. All right, shall I do a little dance? I would, but there's a cable here tethering me to my PC, and if I did, I'll choke myself and die. No one wants to see that.
Says, I don't think we can see the compression no matter what you do.
I disagree.
Says, the link button chat.
I disagree. I think you could see the compression before. I could notice it discernibly on screen. So I'm going to try. I'm going to see what we can do here now. So I'm going to just go ahead. I use screen copy to get that through. And we're just going to see if I can just do that quickly. If it's going to let me. I don't know if it'll let me.
Rowdy guy sent
so we'll see. We'll see. Okay, what does it say? More than one device emulator. Yeah, of course, because it's frigging cabled. All right, so if I unconnect it, then there's also an English word called disconnect it, which might also be right. And then try that again.
Matthew Lake says, is it a good upgrade from CV1?
Is it a
I can
good
use VD or Link.
Is it a good upgrade from CV1? You can use VD or Link. Yes. Absolutely yes. Yeah, it feels like they finally, like, they went past the Rift S and made it portable. It's like it's great. It's great. It solves all the main problems I had with the original Quest. The weight, even though they only shaved a little bit of the weight off, like, it doesn't give me the same bother. And I think it's because it's not about the weight of the headset. It's actually about the fulcrum. It's about the moment arm. Oh my God, I'm getting into feckin' engineering terms here. But basically, if you hang a weight that's here off of your head, then there's more force and you have more apparent force basically on this pivot point than you do if you bring it in closer, right? You know that if you've ever carried like heavy grocery bags like this and then tried to carry them like this, it's way more strenuous on you. So they brought in the weight and then they brought the panel closer to your head. So the weight is actually closer to your face and it feels significantly lighter actually. Compared to the Quest, I'd say 25% lighter, even though on paper it's not 25% lighter. So I find that really interesting. Let's go ahead. And sorry, I can't do multiple things at once. I'm a dude. Dudes have this problem. It's an inherent dude problem. Don't ask me to do anything else.
Says, hey,
right.
I'm the science guy. You quit it.
All right. So how are we doing? Yeah, see, there's lag already. Because why? Why is there lag? Anyway, you can see what I see. So we're just gonna go with it. It's gonna be latent, but we're gonna go ahead and do the link, and then we're gonna jump into BlazeRush. And okay, so there's a flicker but look at the difference. Hi, Oculus logo. Thank you. All right. Aside from the flicker, look at the difference in the image. Can you see it? Can you see a difference in the image? Like, it is definitely like softer, lower resolution.
Call me Jay says,
less
watching
fidelity.
You on my Quest with VD LOL.
Can you see the difference? I wonder if you can. If anyone can like mock up a tweet and do that. I'll try to hold my head here just for another 5 seconds so you can take a picture if you want, just of the difference. But I definitely notice the difference between the two.
Small blur, I see it.
Yeah, so that's the difference, right? It's like not quite as sharp as on PC, and that's the difference with Link. We don't see any discernible lag. You're cabled directly. I do see every so often, if I move my head quickly in a game that's like taxing my machine, black bars pull in. I think that's just performance. I don't think that's Link. But the compression, as I said, for somebody who's really arsy about like fine details, like I really care about like little things, very, very small things, I can tell. I can tell the colors are off. I can tell there's compression applied to the image. And it's like, as a sim racer.
Odious says, is it sharper than a Rift S?
Not sharper than a Rift S. But I think the resolution is better. So I see less screen door, but the game, how do yeah. So I see the screen door that I see on Rift S is not present on Quest 2. The compression that's impacting the image, which you can see right now across this mechanism, right, is it's kind of quite noticeable. Oh, sorry, I just realized something. Sorry, I'm showing you the raw image. I don't normally do that. Normally it looks like this. Sorry about that. But you can see the difference, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm seeing. So would you notice after a lot of play? No, but I think your eyes might actually like get lazy a little bit. Now there are some things you can do. You can actually sharpen it up by super sampling. Taxes your PC a little bit heavier. And I guess then the main question, which I want to ask myself, and many of you have asked me over the last 2 streams, by the way, we're doing 5 of these this week, a stream every night on Quest 2 until the battery dies, which makes it about 2.5 hours long. Yeah, let's move on. I'm talking too much, but I think I understand what I'm doing. Let's just do a race this way. I know it's going to be latent for you, and then I'll change it back, but at least you get an idea of what we see in the headset and the kind of detail level. Anyone who's familiar with BlazeRush, which again you probably are not, let's go ahead. Come on. Let's see if I can be competitive. Knock these guys off the track. This game is great. I wish they had this on Quest. Hey, you little bastard. There we go. Oh shoot, I got caught on the sides. Boost myself out. Uh-oh, I'm going off. No, maybe not. I like that they actually have it working in this way, but like this is really awesome. The best mode in this game...
El Bagdor Wonk says, the latency seems to have caught up.
It caught up, really? Okay, that's surprising. You know what it might be? It might be because of... so like if I move my... Oh, I was gonna like move my hand. Yeah, that doesn't work. When there's no hands in the bloody game.
He says playing on Quest.
Yeah. So this is playing on... I know I'm playing on the Quest, but I mean native, Rowdy. Native. I wish it was natively there. Was that? You've earned 2 new medals. So that's BlazeRush. You can get that in the Oculus Home Store. It's like a $5 or something. It's not very expensive, I don't think. Great fun. Multiplayer's a blast if you can play with somebody else. And I believe it's cross-platform, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry, it's not. So you have to play Oculus Home version or Steam version, I think. Or am I wrong? I don't know. I'm a terrible information source. I'm an entertainer. Feck everything else. Okay, so this seems to be working okay. You're still able to see what I see, right? Let's move our hands. It's caught up, right? We're good? Okay, so aside from the flicker, I'm going to keep going there. Yeah, I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to keep it up for now. Let's look at our library and see what else we can play. So, Solaris is a good option. Let's try Solaris because it's fast-paced. You have to move quite a bit. The tether, I mean, I've got double tethers right now. I don't have to, but I do have 2 tethers. Maybe I should get rid of... I've got this tether because I want to be able to hear my desktop, right? Because I want to hear you guys. This is when you get Bell to talk out by putting M in front of your message. This is how I end up hearing you, okay? So, let's try Solaris.
Rowdy VR says, have you tried to sync you blinking with the flicker? That way you don't see it.
Sync by blinking with the flicker? Wow, this is really noticeable. The downgrade in right there, do you see those? Like, that's not good. That's worse than when it's on, like if I ran Solaris right now native on Quest. Okay.
Didion says,
we'll do it in a minute.
Latency is a bit better than VD.
Latency is a bit better than virtual desktop. I don't notice the latency in virtual desktop. I don't. If you set it up right, it runs great. Push it too hard and blah, blah, blah. All right. We'll play around, okay? We'll play around just to show you what it is. Yeah. No, the wireless mode is absolutely the way that I would choose to play. Screw the cable. But the main question you want to ask yourself is, can I replace my Rift S or other VR headset with this guy? That's really the question. Okay. So far, teammate. That's nice. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Interesting. Did that just reset my height? What just happened? What the fuck is going on with my arms? Bizarre.
Back, sorry.
Well,
oh my god!
says,
It's Dark Angel!
Flicker could be
Holy shit!
related.
Hey!
What?
You got it.
Zilla!
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
Oh my god! Well, that's stream sniping, if I've ever seen one. Oh, brilliant! You gotta put my A game on now. All right. I think it reset my height though. I'm like small now. Where are we going?
Let's go.
Let's see how we go. Fairing it out.
I'm in.
All right.
It's up top.
Okay, that's good to know.
One coming in.
98 and native
Good.
resolution.
Trying to find the staircase.
It's
Are they up there? Oh,
Not yet.
got one down. Coming in. I'm in. One coming in from the side. Left side. One coming up the stairwell.
El Bagdal Wonk says, no talking, more fighting. Don't disappoint.
Oh, somebody's in.
How are we doing? How much time? How much time?
Tweeted you the screenshot comparison, by the way.
20 seconds.
Thanks for the screenshot comparison. I'll retweet that later. Nice kill. Nice kill. All right. Eyes on anybody? I see nobody downstairs. They don't know how to climb a fucking staircase.
5 seconds.
It's here. There's one here. Got it. All right. Get ready to move.
Ready? Move out.
Let's go. It's on the right. Heal up if you got him. I'm in. 2 of us on it.
They've got somebody not playing. I just killed somebody that was standing still.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Ah, I'm getting hit. Wow.
Where from? We okay?
Yeah, somebody killed
So
me.
this is holding up, but it's got a bit of a
We're
jitter.
gonna take this one easily because they're down a player.
Okay, very good.
Over here on the left. Got him.
Paradise
Yeah,
Decay
and they're
says,
probably not communicating. One in the back.
official and unofficial.
They're not even coming in. There's one on the right. One on the right.
Got him. Ten seconds on the point.
Coming around.
Shit, I got killed.
We got him. Okay, let's move. Different point.
Yeah, this is a quick one.
Says, when do you think that Link will
Yeah, we got like about 50 points to Mercy.
We got this.
Oh, I got killed right away. Wow.
Another one. Another one here.
I'm trying. Alright.
I need health. Moving out.
On the right.
Yeah, one up top. Or left. He's holding back.
There he is.
Done.
Mercy.
Game done.
Mercy, mercy me.
Dark, thanks for joining me for that. That was a good test.
Yeah.
Now people get to see what it looks like. You know what?
Right
I'm
on.
gonna join on. I'm gonna
says,
try to rejoin on Quest Native and see how that works. I'm gonna give that a shot. So
Okay.
I might be back. We'll see. I'll see how quick I can go.
Okay.
All right. Right. Let's do that. So now I'm gonna pull the cable. So far, just so what you just saw, this was PCVR, link cable connection. You can see in front of me Oculus Dash. Okay, and that it's 11 o'clock here.
Noresh Ladju says,
On October
would the
7th.
same game be better playing from Steam?
Don't know. Good question. But what I'm going to do on cable, I like that you can just like pop the cable and that's it. This is like really interesting now because I've not used Link before and I always kind of like looked at it as kind of like a shit solution. And now I think it's probably better. So, oh my God, it's coming back to like the
GT
beautiful
says,
res
Sheet missed the first hour.
of these images and stuff is just so much better. Hey, at least you got here. Welcome. How much worse is the Link than the Rift S exactly? It's noticeably worse, but I wouldn't say it's like a DK2 level or anything. I mean, it's just like, the thing is, right? You get the panel. So things are just clearer. You don't get screen door effect. You're not looking through a screen door, but what you're looking at is kind of blurred. That's the trade-off. So I think you could totally upgrade from a Rift S to this, mostly use it wirelessly, like with virtual desktop or whatever, cable in when you need to, wait for the updates to come. And I only think it's going to get better with time. So I think it would be all right as a desktop headset. Now, if you're primarily doing desktop games, as opposed to wirelessly room scale stuff, and I say room scale, but like if you're doing wireless, like room scale games and that, then oh shit, I was supposed to be getting with dark. I forgot
KY
again.
says,
Shit, one
won't
sec.
VD also be run on 70HZ?
What? One virtual desktop run on 70. I've actually got virtual desktop on 90. So should we do that? Should we just do back to back with virtual desktop? We can do that. Now's a good time. Let's do it. Heck it. Before I do Quest.
Sefsin
So we'll do
says,
3 tests.
Can you SS to native res and C performance /visuals?
Okay, let's see. So I go games, and then, so this is, just so you're aware, 90 FPS. Okay, desktop bitrate, 25. 5 gigahertz connection. If I go back to
Naresh Laju
computers.
says, isn't Oculus limiting to 7HZ on launch?
Yeah. So on launch, they're limiting to, it's either 72 or 80. I thought it was 80. But I could be wrong. Okay. It probably makes sense if it's
Paradise
72.
Decay says, Zim, have you tried official and unofficial links yet?
Official
Ripple
and
says,
unofficial
it is
links.
72.
I've only done unofficial links. So, well, I don't know if you want to call it that.
Sefsin
It's
says,
not the-
It's 72.
72. Thank you. Yeah, see, it makes sense from a developer perspective. But anyway, so what I'm going to try to do is now I'm going through virtual
Paradise
desktop,
Decay says,
running the
link
same game.
cable.
This is not off of Steam. This is going to run off of virtual desktop and see if it's any sharper. I think straight off the gates I can see it's sharper. So, and this is no cable, okay? I know this is confusing. Don't let this confuse you. This is not a cable to the headset. Should I get rid of that? I won't hear you guys though, that's the problem. Feck it. You just gotta remember, not a data cable, okay? Yeah, straight away, better looking. Let's see how the menu looks. Yeah, that menu is still not sharp, but that's the game's fault, I think. I think
Didion
that's the game's
says,
fault.
Zim, did you use official link cable?
I have not used the official link cable. What I'm using is Oculus's charging cable from the Quest. Okay? Going to my PC. Now this is like super sharp.
Sefsin
This
says,
feels like...
The blurriness is due to the resolution being put down to 1440 x 1600 on link.
Thank you, Seth. Very good. That's only
Didion
USB.
says, that's only USB 2.0.
Yeah, there's a grenade up there. What's up, Zimtalk?
Hey, how's it going?
There's a grenade up there.
Yeah.
The-
Hey, Zimtalk.
Zimtalk.
What's up?
Zim.
Zimtalk, you get the
Here.
AR over there.
Go.
No,
Yeah,
no.
go-
Menace.
Go,
Menace.
Yeah.
Menace.
go for.
Menace.
Yeah.
You go for that AR.
Dark
I'll get the
Angel
grenade.
3 says,
He can get that
Okay.
AR.
you didn't mind.
I'll go for the one on the left. You go
Shilapa
for the one on the
actually
right.
ended up in your game.
So I'll go left. You go straight.
Oh, no.
And he goes right.
Dark, that was great. That was great.
Guys, there's no recoil on any gun.
Yeah. This kind of feels kind of reminds me of Titanfall 2.
Yeah, I know.
That's me a Lego
And,
Warriors.
another feature I don't like
Paradise
is the
Decay says,
holding your
stay in
gun.
the pack, Zim.
Oh yeah, it's a little
I mean,
weird.
how your hand always just goes over to it.
Oh no. This game's got
KY
guns.
says,
Come on, one more
is the
player.
Quest
Come on, hurry
2
this.
mix
Guys,
better than
Did
the
you know
Rift
that if
S?
you
I'll answer in
shoot
just a
yourself in
second.
the eyes,
Just a second.
it's like getting flashbanged?
Oh, we're getting lag.
Are you guys playing on
Because
Quest or
it's
Rift?
Super bright. What'd you say?
Are you playing on Quest or Rift?
Wes?
Cosmos.
same. Oh come on, one more player. Can we hurry this up?
I know, right?
Oh, they can't hear me. Can you
It
hear
takes
me?
like 10 to 10 minutes
You can't
for
hear
a
me.
single game to load up sometimes.
Yes, let's
Let's
go.
Oh,
yeah.
they can't hear me.
Miles.
Okay,
Even better.
Miles, you go.
Miles.
You go. I'm
You
straight.
can
I'm
get
taking the
that
one on the
AR.
left.
Who's the
I'm gonna
bad
get
boy?
Grenade
Game
launcher.
crashed for me
Hey, dude.
immediately.
Who's a very, very bad boy?
Got the AR.
I got the
Yeah,
pea
I'm going
shoot.
for the teammates.
Oh,
You're the man.
oh, children.
Come on, boy.
Oh no, I'm clearly lagging.
Got a kill.
Got a guy.
Hey, check, red team.
Whoa, that kid is like 3 years old.
I'm hearing
Holy
footsteps, guys.
cow. This is crazy. This
Okay.
is... Yeah, the delay is really bad,
I
but the
got
point
killed.
is to see the
I got
image.
killed.
I know there's
Oh,
nothing.
he was so
So
close
we'll
to
just leave
dying.
it for the moment. There's a big reason.
They're gaining points, boy.
Guys, I died.
Oh, I got a grenade.
We won't keep going.
Killed him.
Okay. So that was virtual desktop.
Rowdy says, audio delay
We
to
hit like 3 headshots on him and he didn't die. It's pretty dumb how he.
How did he not die? That
Damage.
grenade was right next
Wait. What?
It's weird how the
Like,
damage
quit the game,
works.
didn't it?
Sometimes you can hit someone
That's
with a
something
grenade
I
and
answer when I
kills
shoot
them.
them 5,000 times in the head. They don't die for a goddamn thing.
Oh, do you have like
Alright, guys, I got deployable cover, so I'm coming.
Paradise Decay says, wait till you meet the he's hacking kids.
What the? How do I quit?
Okay.
What's going on?
Watch out, guys, there's a proximity mine right here.
Nourish Ladu says,
Stop.
I'm dead.
Stop it. Where's it coming from?
Okay, I'm about to
Oh,
get rain on them
it's
from
on
above.
desktop. Right. It's on desktop. I was like, I quit it. Why is it still? Of course, I just abandoned it without shutting it
El
down.
Bagdal Wonk says, another feature. It's like YouTube Premium. You exit, but it keeps playing. Dark Angel
Oh, that
3
was good.
says, exit hatch.
Oh my god, that was good. That was good. That kid who was playing. Like, how old was that kid? He sounded like he was 5. He's like, man, I just shoot him. I blast them all in the face. They don't die. Why don't they die? Yeah, kid, fist bump. All right, thank you for being part of my show.
Rowdy
That was
says,
good. That was
for a
quality.
moment I thought it was Facebook.
Oh god. Okay, so look. Let's talk about this thing for a second, so we're clear on what's happening. What's happening? Let's do this. All right, quick chat about what is going down with Oculus Quest
Nourish Ladu says,
and the options so
Kits
far.
was in his nappy.
So we have tried. 27 years old. 20 is fine. Maybe he's just got a high pitched voice. It's all good. I play with.
Sins says, Joe Mama.
So look, what I wanted to just recap on is what have we tested and what does it mean? So far,
Paradise
with
Decay
link
says,
cable,
he was 55 and on helium.
and again, I'm
You know
using
nothing, Jon Snow.
I like the link cable that I've used, right, tonight is the Oculus power cable connected to PC port via it's USB 2. It's not even USB-C. So shame, Zim, but yeah, okay. So it's not a direct USB-C connection, which means it reduces the data rate and all that stuff. Still, we saw compression. It's playable. It's smooth. It's a little blurred, but it's totally doable. And to be honest, to get that panel with some of the tricks that you could apply to it, not bad. Is it anywhere close to virtual desktop? The short answer, no. It's not close to virtual desktop. The experience with virtual desktop is great. Now, let me explain what you saw, because what you saw was fucking mess. This is what we got. Here's Zim's Quest, okay? Here's Zim's PC. Yes, my PC is now this little guy. This thing is broadcasting over Wi-Fi to the headset, right? Or, and then the other way, because I'm showing the image to you,
Story time.
is, yeah, feckin' story time, so shut it, all right? Shut it. I love you all. And then the Quest is trying to send traffic the other way. So like I'm trying to do a high definition image this way to show you. At the same time, it's trying to show me Solaris, and the two start fighting. And this is the reason you get the delay, because it starts to queue things up when it's like it's not missing the information, but it's like queued, and there's a highway
Smooch.
there. So, you want me to smooch it? What else do you want me to? No, I'm not going to do that. Quivering lip indeed. Right. So, it says it uses 150 megabits per second anyway, so USB 2 should be fine. Thank you. Good to know, Odin. But anyway, that's not enough bitrate. Like, it's very discernible compression heavy image that you see. It feels like when I watch a 360 video. Okay? It's not the stereo depth I'm talking about, but the bit rate of what you're seeing. It feels like lo-fi. That's the problem. So, what would be my conclusion? Oculus Link is a handy utility that you can leverage when you need to. Okay? When you need to. Would it be my go-to? No, not really. Virtual desktop also? Not really. Now, I feel like we've reached the conclusion after an hour, and now we have more time. So now the question is, what do you want to do next? There's plenty of stuff. There's a few things that I was asked for very specifically. I'm not going to drag this out unless you want me to, because I don't feel like I need to touch Link anymore. If there's a specific app you want me to try that isn't pornography, I can give that a shot. But generally speaking, I think our Link test is kind of done because I need more touch time with it, and I'm not going to see any difference.
Why not virtual desktop?
So the problem with virtual desktop... Oh, sorry, there was one thing I wanted to do.
Super same to native res.
So what I wanted to do was I wanted to show you how Solaris runs.
Rubbable says,
right?
Let's see flat games in VD on big screen with an Xbox controller.
Okay. So look, the whole VD thing is a little bit complicated. As I said, the problem is if I'm going to show you off of the Quest...
GT says, Oculus Rift S your go-to then.
Oculus Rift S would still be my go-to for a couple of reasons.
While eating chips and dip.
My Oculus Rift S would be my go-to for a couple of reasons right now. It doesn't have a battery with it. It's cabled and it can just pick up it's like it's dedicated to my PC. It's easy. If you have to pick a single headset, the Quest 2 is still an obvious victor because it can do that. And the only thing that I would say is the cable that they send in the box is totally measly. It's tiny. It's a meter cable. That's 3 feet. That's not enough. Here, let me uncoil that so you can see. So if even with a cable extension, and you can see probably if I get it close to the edge of the desk, can I? You see that? You see the gray bit? That's a cable extender from the back of my PC. Here's the Quest 2 cable. Okay, it's actually too big. It's this whole length.
Says, ha ha, tiny boy.
Right? It's like it goes. Look at this. It's huge. This is the Quest. I can go all the way over here. Actually, how do I do this best? How can I show you this best? Probably this scene, but that's it. Like, look at that. I mean, it's 3 times. It's 3 times the length. So they cut the cable in a third, literally a third.
Paradise Decay says, if they get that graphic
that's
boost
useless.
with Quest 2 and wireless, it will replace my Rift S.
Yeah, fair enough. And I think that's the case. I think like once they get the dedicated solution a lot easier, then fine. If you got an initial Quest and you want to sell it off, just think about that cable. This is not the fiber cable. So if you buy the fiber cable, I would expect better results. But I still think the throughput on the fiber cable is low. I don't think it's enormous. Does anyone know the specs on the fiber cable? Because I don't personally know that. And I was curious. What's more heavy, Quest or Go? The Quest 2 is heavier than the Go. But they're about the same comfort.
It already is replacing me Rift S.
Already replacing your Rift S? Very good. What was I going to do? I just want to show you Solaris on Quest. Okay? That's what I want to do next. I want to do that.
Kenny One says, is the mic better than the Rift S?
The Rift S microphone and the Quest microphone, I don't know that I'm like able to tell you if
Didion
one is
says,
particularly better than the other.
So why not virtual desktop?
Yeah. Why not virtual desktop? So there's only the problem with virtual desktop. I could use virtual desktop and I could show you content that's just sitting on the PC if you want. But the problem is you see the PC quality, you're not going to see the quality coming from the headset. I could do a localized recording and that would be another way to do it. But I think, to be honest, for me to continue and do like a proper Quest show, I mean, at this stage, I would just be playing desktop games, right? I mean, we can do that. I can sit down, I can play some VOX Machinae, we can just hang out. But really the question is like, what are we going to achieve by doing that? Now, someone was asking me a question, I've lost it now.
By the way, Zim, I'm a new viewer and it's great to see such an active and unbiased YouTuber. Hey,
thank you. Hey, there you go. Did a biased thing yesterday and that's nice. Appreciate it. Thanks, dude. So is strap better on Quest or Go? Okay, say Quest 2 or Go, Naresh, and I might be able to answer that question. So let's go ahead and just show you various bits here. So what do we got? There's the Go. There's the terrible cable. I'll move that away because we don't need it anymore. There's my sub pack. Leave that down there. Okay.
Didion says, I'm saying, why do you prefer Rift S over virtual desktop? Naresh Ladju says,
Battery.
Quest 2.
Batteries run out. That's simple. Okay, so this head strap the Oculus Go head strap, which I will model for you in a second. You can see it's quite elastic. It's like underwear elastic. That's what it is. It feels like if anyone has ever done, actually,
Paradise
yeah. So
Decay says,
let's go ahead and show
I wear
this
a cap so
for a
had
second.
no
Now, you're not going to see
comfort
anything because I'm
issues
not
so far.
showing it, but this is what this head strap does. It does a really nice job. It does a really nice job of like being comfortable on your head, keeping this nice in there, move your head around. The problem is if I'm playing like a horror experience in here and I jerk left or right, it like whacks me in the face.
I love that.
It's not very friendly on the inside. Now this is all the original, this is the original foam. I actually like the original foam. This is the only headset where where VR cover, their foam interface or whatever you want to call it, I didn't like it, and I replaced it again back with the original. So that's the Go. The Go's slightly more comfortable, slightly, very slightly, than this. This strap has been getting a lot of like flack. My comment, and I maintain this. This was my first impression. I maintain it today. It has been totally fine. Totally fine. Not a problem. No pain, no suffering,
they should
just
have done
fine.
a circular strap like that for the Quest.
In playing this. Do you feel like you're drowning in peripherals? Just a little bit. With the wheel there, the HOTAS. I've not even been able to play very much of what I've wanted to play in terms of like squadrons and stuff. I haven't gotten a chance. It's just been, I've had the Quest 2. What are you going to do? I've got Quest 2, other people don't. I'm going to have to share it, show it, and so you can answer your questions, decide if you want to buy one. My simple recommendation, if you like VR, would be buy one. Sell whatever current VR you've got.
Does Quest 2 have heat problem like the Go?
No. So the Go had a quote-unquote heat problem and capping out because it was a passively cooled headset. That's not a great, that's not the smartest choice by design. It's kind of cool because it meant it was silent. There's no active fan in there. This is a heat sink, so this would get hot. And if you play in a hot country, if you're in Texas or Alabama or, Spain or something, then the problem is it would just be too hot. And generally you wouldn't even finish the battery and it would just finish off. How do the lenses compare? Well, the lens size, what can I say? The impression, the feeling of the headset in terms of its size.
Says, Sweet Home Alabama.
I could show you back to back here. So the lenses are more exposed. Oh, wrong scene. Feckin' Zim. Wholly unprofessional. Okay, here you go. Side by side. Take a look. Now notice the difference. Which one is Go? Go is like the Rift S. It's got cloth right up to the lens. Look at the Quest. These babies are like projecting. They're almost like binocular ends, right? Sticking out. And you can just see the profile difference. So it's totally like a different kind of experience in terms of the headset. And that's what I just wanted to kind of show you. But the actual size of the lens, I would say the lens it looks exactly the same. Same shape, same size, but the actual clarity of the lens that I can see is slightly better looking at the lens from outside. Like you can see more circles and stuff. I mean, maybe it's got slightly more footprint, but to my naked eye, it looks, okay, maybe slightly larger. Maybe slightly larger. Yeah. If you just the sheer size, if that's your question. And then if I compare that to the Rift S, same deal, like same shape.
El Bagdal Wonk says, it is the same size, it's it not. That's why the adapters fit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it looks to be the same. It could just be a visual difference, but the real thing is it's about standing about an inch off of the faceplate of the headset, which is nice. The only thing that I don't like is on the edge of the lenses. It looked like there was an area where you could drop like grit or gunk. I'm wrong. I think the glass goes all the way to the edge. Are they thicker? What do you mean by are they thicker? What's thicker? What are you asking me here now? What's thicker? Get my OG Oculus lens cloth. This is the one that I had from the DK2 days, and Americans are going to be like, oh god, don't touch it with that. But we got the lens cloth that didn't scratch lenses, so we got lucky. Americans had it recalled, I think. They weren't supposed to use it. So if you get a DK2 and you get the lens cloth that's gray, maybe don't use it.
Says, do you think they'll ever have a direct Thunderbolt to display for the Quest down the road?
A direct Thunderbolt to display? I'm going to say no. I don't think that's a popular enough solution. Would be my stand. I could be wrong, but that's where I would sit. Let's try a couple of things on here. Now, again,
Noresh Ladju says, do you think Quest 2 lens may scratch more easily if they are projecting?
Naresh, yes. I think that they are more exposed. Someone asked me the question, which I think is quite good, which is, do you worry about the headset strap, which has these two little, like, we'll call them plastic pills, these things, right? They feel like they're exposed. They're not protected, right? And they're sliders. But if those went in, would they scratch the headset? I really doubt it. But if you were throwing this into a bag, you'd really want something in there to protect them. I usually, if I'm using something like that works for me. I usually do that so that then, you can see and I can walk around with this thing and it's like, okay, here's the headset, right? No problem. Now, I just want to see if it doesn't feel like it's totally caught up yet. Okay, maybe it's caught up now. Yeah, anything else you want to know? Do you think 256 is way more than anyone would need?
How is the resolution between virtual desktop and the Quest standalone apps?
Matt, I've already filled it up.
Ladju says, so we'll buy the Quest X's was.
Yeah. Are you not entertained? Nice one, Dark. Dark, you're very nice to be pushing. Everybody who's been saying, hey, like the video and stuff. Look, guys, I like organic stuff.
Says, please super sample.
Please super sample. Do you mean try super sampling from Oculus Link? What are you asking me for? Yeah. Let me know. But Matt, your question on the 256. No, I think 256 is the right choice. If you have the money, go for 256. It's the right headset to buy. Plus, you are not going to feel bad when you are using this headset for ages.
Accessories worth it.
Yeah, are the accessories worth it? So I don't have the head strap yet.
Seth says,
not yet.
Using debug tool.
Super sample with Link. And you want me to use the Oculus Tray tool, is it? Or the Oculus Debug tool? Oculus Debug tool. I know the debug tool, but I don't know if I know how to super sample it. Let me just check. Let me go pull it up, and we'll see what's going on. Who wants some nice tinkly music? You like tinkly music? Let's go. Is that tinkly? I don't hear tinkle. Come on.
Seth
Let's get with the tinkle.
Tray tool, my bad.
Oculus Tray tool. Yeah. Okay. So, let me see if I can get it. Okay. I don't have it. I don't use it. Do I have it? Because I have to install something that I don't know very much about, I would like to try that on another night. The nice thing is it doesn't interrupt. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't interrupt what I'm doing. I kind of think we should just do some
What does it label
Quest
the res
games.
on Steam VR?
What is it labeled a res as on Steam VR? I don't know. I've always had trouble, because the Rift S is connected, I've always had trouble trying to get the Quest 2 to work, because I tried it with like squadrons and stuff. Now, one thing you don't do with an Oculus Go is leave the lenses up, because it's super, super sensitive. Don't point them at the sun, don't point them at anything. I put that to the side.
GT says, I think it's in the Oculus Home software
6
in
days.
File Manager.
I think it's in the Oculus Home Software and File Manager. Oculus Home Software and File Manager. Hang on, GT. What are we talking about? What is it labeled res as? I'm just gonna see if it shows, but I don't think it will. Do I have Steam VR even running? I will try.
Paradise Decay says, I had no issues playing Squadrons and Quest 2
Yeah,
wireless.
no, there's loads of people who do it. That's not my point, PD. My point is that when I have the Rift S connected, getting Steam VR to recognize the Quest 2 and pick that up instead, I just haven't taken the effort to like uncable the Rift S, try to connect it via virtual desktop. I mean, we can try that. I don't mind trying it, but try it. Let's feck it. Let's just try it. Let's just do it. Because we can. And we're here. We might as well. I don't know if it tells anyone anything, but we're going to give it a shot. The debug tool. What HOTAS do you have and thoughts on it? I currently have the T-Flight HOTAS, which is like cheap. I think it's now £60. I probably bought it for like 40 back in the day.
Noresh Ladu says, is Star Wars Squadron worth it to play with it?
Squadrons is amazing. Is it worth it to play with Quest? Or that I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So that I don't know. Okay, that looks okay. I seem to be kind of in the right spot. Good. Let's bring this microphone just a little bit over here now. Thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and try. Now, again, virtual desktop, this will start lagging pretty straight away. What I'll do to help avoid that...
It might be because I have STEM VR set on Steam and not native Oculus.
I'm going to try simple stuff. 4 megabits per second. Holy cow. All right, so I've dropped down. Let's actually drop it down to 60.
El Bagdal Wonk says, thanks for doing these essentially Quest 2 workshops.
Yeah.
Answering a lot of peeps QS.
Yeah, well, the best part is that you could sit there and come up with your answers to a bunch of questions. Like, but if you get on with people and actually start talking, it's mad. Like, you just end up... Okay, so I'm going to flip over and going to see everything. Boop, boop, like this. Okay. I can launch Steam VR. Let's see if it'll do it. See if it'll connect. This is my stream stack, you can see. Okay. Oh, things are disappearing for me. Okay. Oh, a little bit of a blip. Can we have Oculus? We have intercourse. Oh, we made it.
Ken Rai says, do you have any info when the Link or Quest 2 would be updated?
When the Link or Quest 2 would be updated? No, I don't. I genuinely don't. I mean, thank you again to Oculus for sending me the Quest. I've got another 2 shows planned this week, Thursday and Friday. We do the same thing. So if you have questions, come along. We'll answer them. Tonight was very much specifically about Link testing. And I suppose I'm connected to virtual desktop, press the button, and now we can try whatever Propagation VR is. I think I downloaded this a couple days ago. Someone mentioned it, and I think it's free, but we'll see. It's got to be a horror game.
Grant Dahl
Bloody
says,
hand.
do you think people will mod the Elite strap to have more weight?
Why would you mod the Elite strap for more weight? Do you mean to counterbalance? Maybe. Some will. But I don't think you'd need it. I'm hearing something.
Didion says, do you feel an latency when you move the hands very fast in VD?
No. Absolutely no latency. Like, zip. Feels really tight. And I'm a Quake player. Feels tight! Like the fact that this can track, you know what I mean? And then one behind the back. Another one behind the back.
Do you think Saints and Sinners will just be an outlier when it comes to storage?
See what I mean? I mean, this is some crazy ass testing. You know what I mean? It's really good. I hear someone growling at me.
Arcanian
Am I not
VR
supposed to
says,
see something?
Does hand tracking work in Steam VR?
Hand tracking
Didion
works.
says, it's still VD.
Oh, return to game.
Nourish Ladu says, get some coffee, you are losing it.
think I'm on the wrong... What the heck? I think I'm on the wrong screen. I think that's the problem.
GT says, I just downloaded this and played it for 30 minutes LOL.
Was it good? How do I get there? Alright, wait, hang on a second. Something's wrong. What's wrong, Sam? Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out.
Joe Tanner says, just subbed.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Every sub counts.
GT says, just a way shooter.
Feck it. No, but seriously, how do I...
El Bagdal Wonk says, Alt Tab.
Got an idea. Yeah, I think it is Alt Tab. I think it's just I've not got the game up.
Bubs says, how is the latency?
That's gotta be it. See, that brings me in. Looks like it should be working. Latency's fantastic. Try spinning yourself quickly. Alright, can I take this off? Right. I mean, it's not the greatest scene. You gotta have a scene with more context in it, right, to be able to figure that out. Let's see here now. I might be missing some of your questions. I'm definitely doing something wrong here. I'm trying to figure out logically what it is. Because the game is up, but I can't see it. I think it's because I've got my stream bit overlaying the game. Give me a second.
The game might be showing on your Rift SLOL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet you're right. I bet you you're right. Hang on. Yep, it's in Rift S. Oh, who wins the money? Who wins the money? 1 second. Back in. Bloody Rift S. Alright, shall I just pull it? Just yank it out? Get out of my PC, you son of a bitch.
TMSL.
I just need to remember what ports it's in. It's funny how that's a port, but it is. Okay. Okay, we've done it.
Joe Tanner says,
Hold
don't
it.
hit your head LOL.
Okay, that's gone. Now Steam VR is like, where did it go? What did you do? Let's really hear it. Kill Steam VR. Why am I still hearing music? Oh, I left the background music going as well. See how professional this stream is?
Are
It's
there
great.
any issues with grabbing items behind your back like guns in Pavlov VR?
Grabbing guns behind your back in Pavlov. Do you do that? What do you mean behind your back? Why are you grabbing stuff from behind your back? And how are you doing that? I'll bag the wonk. Need you for the escape room nights? Absolutely. That was genius, wasn't it? He's good. He's a good man. He knows his stuff. Right. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this to work. So you didn't see any difference between native PC VR and virtual desktop?
Any difference between native PC
VR and virtual desktop is just like they're just comparable. Whereas Link is like it's a downgrade. It's like a notable. As I said, it feels like a low quality JPEG. Okay, medium quality JPEG.
I bet Half-Life Alyx looks sweet in Quest 2.
We can try it. We can definitely try it. Oh, we said we would do Half-Life. I forgot about that. Okay, so hang on. You're not seeing anything yet. There is you. Don't I look good? And I get even redder as I go along. A little bit red, a little bit redder. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's Hiroshima. Okay, this is always fun.
Says,
I miss doing this.
How bad is compression?
Compression on virtual desktop? I'm currently running it, so you can see what I see. Like, can you read that, chat? Can you read that? I can, from here. How far back can I go? I can still read that. This is cam room. You can see that. I can read that. I'm really far away. I'm proper far away. You can tell by where my hand is there. And then as I approach it, let's see. I just want to make sure I don't put this.
El Bagdal Wonk says,
this will go through the screen.
Works might be interesting seeing how it works
That's
with
how
the
close
latency.
You get up close. You see I'm touching my wall or whatever there. Yeah. So it's actually
Noresh Ladju says,
totally
if
crazy.
you had Quest and Rift connected, would that explain your testing?
How is
Matt Anderson says, how is the built-in mic on the Quest 2?
I haven't really tested it because I haven't had two Quest 2s. You understand what I mean? Or Dark, you're the best one to tell us. You just heard me speak over the Quest 2 microphone. How clear was it? You were actually pretty clear yourself, Dark. But I think you play with a headset, and that's why we didn't have the link back. Have you tried with the link cable? We did that a little bit earlier, JJ Bubs. Bubs. And what we're going to do now, I think it's something else. It says, I think your strategy is to waste the credit.
I can't believe he didn't add physics to those cards.
Oh, such a shame. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, you're right. No physics. Oh, well. What is it with the keys? Why are 2 keys? I don't get that. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Now, this is only one of several
Angel
environments.
3 says, you sounded just fine. I made sure to use Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's launch Steam VR. I will click on Purple Nebula because I love the Purple Nebula. I used to stream with Purple Nebula all the time. He was a good friend of mine. We're going to go ahead and see what games...
El Wonk says, Zim spent ages building those cards.
I did. I spent ages. Right, someone asked me about the resolution that was appearing in Steam
Didion
VR.
Says, Tyrell Wood said virtual desktop has latency and he tried with Wi-Fi 6.
Okay, it says headset's active, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I trust Tyrael. I'm just saying that I, as normal human being, not Tyrael Wood.
Seth Sins says, I did.
I didn't notice. Now, is it in settings or where would I see it? Oh, resolution per eye. It's saying 2016 by 2112. And it's saying, yeah, refresh rate is 90 hertz because that's the virtual desktop connection. And 100%.
Joe Tanner says, does lower bitrate in VD affect resolution in game?
The lower bit rate? No, but it affects the kind of like, so there is a compression, there's an obvious kind of quality to the image, right? But it's not near link. I've got it running right now on the lowest.
Raise it up to 150%.
You want me to do 150? Okay, we can do that. We can see if it's any good.
Ladu says, does it also depends on desktop setup?
Now, hang on a second. Let me just check because I don't know that my PC is going to be able to drive that. I'm currently sitting at 55 percent. I'll try it, okay? But this might crash and burn. 150 on this rig is asking a lot. So, especially while I'm doing everything else I'm doing right now. I will give it a shot. Because you asked nicely, and we're such a gentleman. 150%. Now the resolution per eye is 2468 by 2584. Hang on, wait, what am I doing? Why am I reading to you when I could be using a program?
Tanner says, see you after the crash hair.
I can see you after the crash. Yeah, it's gonna happen. All right.
GT says, wait, I forgot about your GPU.
Wait. He's like, wait, don't do it. And then this just blows up in my face and I lose my vision. And it's all thanks
Paradise
to that
Decay
one
says,
guy.
I could not get Alien Isolation to work on Quest 2 until I selected native Steam.
Until you selected native Steam. What does native Steam mean? Native Steam. Don't know what you mean, PD. Okay, so here we go. So we are 150%. And we're going to run Alyx. Now, what are we going to run? We were going to do this Propagation VR thing. See if it'll work now. Will you launch in the headset? Will you be pretty?
Courteous Brown
Will you be,
says,
my
if
friend?
I back it up, is it fat enough?
If you back it up, is it fat? Okay. What is this? This looks pretty nice. Now again, everything you're seeing is what I'm seeing. Now, hold on. One thing to be aware of.
Chubbs says, so the image with link cable was not so good.
The image with link cable,
Miner says,
yeah, wasn't great. No, it wasn't great. Now I'm currently at 60% CPU. Let's push this further. Now, is there a delay yet? Can't see. This is like laggy a little bit. Laggy for you? A little bit? All right, I'm gonna try. Not that. Hold it.
Paradise Decay says, in Steam you can select Oculus or Steam in settings.
See, we go switch to desktop. No lag at all here? Okay, interesting. So I'm going to try to up the settings. Okay, so we're gonna go 90. We're gonna bring the bitrate up
no lag here.
to 8.5, just to give it a little bit more oomph. Okay, what do we got? Video bitrate 91 megabits per second. Frame rate 90 FPS. Okay, this is an early version, side quest loaded version of Virtual Desktop.
Joe Tanner
This
says,
seems really good.
"Ooh.
Hello, Joe. All right, good. So I'm gonna go back and switch to VR. Oh, that's laggy. Well, let's just try it. We'll just get on. Fuck it. Sorry. Recommend. What the fuck? Hey, hey! Be nice now. Looks like it's laggy. Let's see. What's your desktop rig's
Naresh
specs?
Ladju says, what is your desktop rig specs?
It's an i7 4 something 4790K. I think this is gonna lag and not work very well. Welcome to hell. Let's teach you how to fight and survive. Why we're doing this at 150, I don't know.
GT says, LOL, I
prepared to
did
meet
the same
zombies.
thing with that damn train.
Okay. Hello. Can I touch inside your mouth? Ooh. Hello.
El Bagdal Wonk says, the train approaching platform has your name on it.
Ugh. Okay. Now this is like,
GT says, hit them harder.
you see that? See this latency? Hang on, hang on. I gotta change. So the thing is, right now, we're trying to drive this too much. So I want to keep it at 90. I'm going to drop it to 4. I'm leaving the boosted clock rate. Hello, Mr. Zombie. I'm going to reduce the resolution because it's clearly having a problem. My CPU isn't maxed just yet. I'm at like 80%, but something isn't very happy right now. And I think that running at that level
Adam says, be
isn't
noticeable.
a good idea. It's noticeable latency there. Bring it down. What's that? Okay, got it. Okay, I'm going to close and reopen the app just because, to be sure. Yeah, very noticeable. All right, let's go back to just desktop here real quick.
Courteous
How's that?
Brownington says, can orphans eat at a family restaurant?
Yeah. Okay, small. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so that's all good. So now we'll just
Bubs
resume.
says, a lot better.
Yeah. See, the thing is,
Sid says,
it's all about
"Who'd
balance.
sock?"
Like, especially if I'm trying to stream from the headset. If I can balance everything right and all the various bits. Now, by the way, to get to VD's menu, you might be like, why is it not coming up? If you press once on the menu button, this is Steam's menu. Okay? This is Steam's
Odin
menu.
the Odious
If you
says,
press 2,
what is the latency on the Windows Virtual Desktop Streamer app when you're in game?
latency on... Hang on, say that again. What? What is the latency on the virtual desktop streamer app when you're in game? It's not discernible. I'm telling you, it feels like I'm cabled. It's like really good. Now this is me. See, this is the problem. This is going to be the problem if I did this. So I'm going to try and keep it at 5. Let's try that. That's a nice phone number you have there.
Odin the Odious
What?
says, Windows.
You a toaster because I want to take a bath?
Odin the
That's
Odious
hilarious now.
says, in your system tray.
What do we got in my system tray? Was there a phone number in my system tray? I kind of doubt that. Really? All right. I know I'm getting confused here now. Is latency really not an issue at all?
Is latency really not an issue at all?
No, but it's going to depend. It's going to depend on your router, right? I'm running on a 5 gigahertz network, and I've turned off the 2.4. Let's switch to VR here. Okay, let's try something. Let's try something badass because these guys are amazing.
Says,
VOX.
picture this Zim, Morrison's finest, topped with basil and a pine nut pesto hummus.
Oh God, man, are you doing the pizza thing to me again? Like, goddamn, you're not a good person. Okay, VOX is a mech game. This is amazing. So right now, the picture, the fidelity, the lighting, all looks great. Yeah, I could replace... Okay, virtual desktop. Okay, there's lag, huh? Just a little bit of lag. Just a small bit of lag. Let me see if I can fix that. I don't think so. This is just going to keep happening.
El Bagdal Wonk says, with Rivita thins for good measure.
So Rivita thins. Great. Alright, this is fine. Try again. No. Come back out. I don't think this is going to work.
Seth Sin
Again,
says,
we've got
is it better than the Rift S though?
2 traffic flows. It is better than the Rift S. Yeah. Virtual desktop is. Link, no. And the risk you run if you sell your desktop headset is that at some stage they might block virtual desktop from working. And that's the thing that you want to worry about. Okay. So let's just hit training here. Offline practice. Blah, 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 blah. What do we got? Okay, that's fine. Match config bots on back. Launch. Right.
Naresh Ladju says,
gonna do
I
this.
like watching movies on my go. What's it like on Quest 2?
Movies is good. I can go ahead and... Actually, I don't think I have a...
Destroy enemy grinders.
We can
Seth
try
Sin
something in a
says,
second.
Well, Link will be the same soon, but VD seems really good.
Okay, let's go ahead and... So one of the things about this game... Okay, to be honest,
GT says, that would be sick of Oculus to stop VD.
the panel looks great. And the fact that I'm not even running this native on the headset... Holy shit. And wait, what are our settings again? Because this looks fantastic. Like, goodbye... Seriously. You can pull this.
El Bagdal Wonk says, open to everyone. Do you think Valve will answer the Quest with a
Hello,
wireless
people.
solution?
Talking. Alright. Now, I wonder, are you hearing the game? I think so. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and...
GT
Where's my
says,
weapons?
Yes, here game.
Oh, there we go. Hold on. Give him a shotgun to the face. Trying to launch some missiles and things. Uh-oh.
El Bagdal Wonk says, love this game.
Fucking hell. Love this game so much. Such a cool game. That is VOX. Yeah, see, we're still getting latency. I figured that was happening. Again, don't worry about the latency. It's completely because I am currently trying to stream from the headset and show it at the same time. Like, I'm going both routes, which is a screwy thing, like to go both ways. It's just, that's the problem that is causing this symptom. So don't worry about this too much. I can resolve that, but then you wouldn't see what I'm seeing. This is an image that's exactly as I'm seeing it. It looks that good in here. Okay? This panel is great, and the image that's coming to my eyes is fantastic. It is a Rift S replacement in that respect. So virtual desktop running at, let's check the settings again. 60 FPS. I didn't even run it at 90. Right. Alright, I'm going to try to totally kill this.
11 says,
Okay?
Quest 2 vs Rift S.
Try spinning quickly again. Quest 2 versus Rift S. Quest 2, definitely. 24... Damn.
Matthias Brownington says, Zimtok 5 says, damn, why do I look like a 24-year-old living in his mom's basement?
Me? Yeah. Probably, man. 24 is good. Thank you for that. Going both ways. Nice one, sound. All right, let's just try to totally
Sound Snag says, going
max
both ways
everything.
is the bee's knees.
Okay? Max everything. See how much delay there is. Does it affect anything? This doesn't seem to be as smooth as it was.
Sin says,
See?
Bootsock or Rift S.
It's like, it's jittery for me. I'm gonna go ahead and try and change those settings again. Let's make it more reasonable. Say 1690, put that on low. Boost clock rate is still there. Streaming. What is streaming? Streaming. Change the render and streaming resolutions required restart of game or Steam VR to take effect. VR graphics quality.
Kenny Y says, have you played Population 1 yet?
Oh, that's the video bitrate. Oh, okay. Higher bitrate will increase the image quality, but in streaming VR games it will increase the latency. So if I go 60 FPS, and if I go high VR graphics quality, actually affect that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Have I played Population 1 yet? I did. Yeah. How's it going, Alyx? What's up?
El Bagdal Wonk says, LOL, we just got your both ways hand gesture on screen.
You just got that? Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go and switch back to VR. So I'm in now. I'm actually gonna go back to Oculus Home for a second. Is there something I can do? If I quit, I'll quit Virtual Desktop for a second, because that should let it catch up, and then I can resync, and it should be good again. So we'll wait until the image disappears, and then I can jump back in again, because this is basically like a queued stream that's been happening, and that's grand. So if you have any questions, now's the time. Now's the time. Echo Arena, which is a really fast-paced game, would you recommend Rift S or Quest 2? Quest 2, played it yesterday. We played Echo Arena. You can check it on the replay. It is all time-stamped thanks to my mod, Adam. Adam, thank you for helping me.
Says,
very helpful.
You streaming and gaming on the same PC, Zim?
I'm streaming and gaming on the same PC, that's right. Yeah. I usually do. It's just simpler. And it's not like super spec or anything. Anyone could do this. You just need time and, you know, play with it, tweak it, balance, balance, balance. Okay, are we done? Come on.
Seth Sin says,
Come on,
will
Zim.
a GTX 1080 run the Quest 2 Link?
Will a GTX 1080? That's what I'm using. I'm using the 1080.
Naresh Ladju says,
So yes.
Can you explain VD settings?
Can I explain the VD settings? You mean like step through them? Sure, when I get back in. I'm kind of waiting for this to kind of finish off here. So, you know, it is what it is. Where's my water? Give me some water. Give me some water. I hope everyone's enjoying this. Thank you for coming along. Hope this will all catch up in a second, and then we can continue. Maybe I've kind of gotten... I think it needs to go through all that stuff before it can complete. This is like pre-recorded stream, right?
Sexton says,
It's not.
hydration.
It's not. We're still waiting. Do it, Zim. All right, so these are the settings. And then this is the game. And this is when I quit. Quit? Quit the game. It's so funny. This is hilarious. I'm just kind of hanging out. How are you liking the basic strap? Totally fine, Alyx. And I mean, totally fine. No problems. All right, hang on. Maybe if I reconnect it, it'll do better.
Kenny Y says, you're from the future.
I am from the future. You know, so this is going to take forever. So what I'm going to do instead, I'll fix it another way. Okay, fix it another way. I'll just kill it. I'm going to kill VOX as well. I'll leave VOX. No, kill VOX. Where's VOX? Kill the thing that's showing the PC stuff. Kill the headset link, and then recable and get it working.
El Bagdal
again.
Wonk says, any idea when your Pro Jock strap arrives?
My Pro Jock strap.
Dungeon Lucas says, which one is looking better so far?
Virtual Desktop by far. Leaps and bounds. But remember, I don't have I only am using a standard USB-C cable going through 2.0. It is not the fibre link, which a lot of people I think would reasonably use, because you're like, I'm not going to spend 80 quid on a headset that was 300. And I really think the Virtual Desktop
Naresh
for the money
Ladju
is
says,
way better.
What does ZimTalk 5 mean?
What does ZimTalk 5 mean? That's a good question. Not many people ask me. It's the 5th planet in the ZimTalk system. And I was an ambassador visiting there. I had this kind of silly name from ages ago. I was, 14, I think, when I got this name? Kind of nuts. All right, let's see here now. So it's showing me 2 devices. I just need to debug this for a second, so give me a second. Okay, there we go.
Paradise Decay says, I have to shoot. Thanks for the info, Zim.
Yeah, you're
Have
welcome.
fun.
See you later.
Dungeon Lucas
PD.
says, isn't virtual desktop going to be free on the Quest?
So virtual desktop, there you have to so there's a paid version of virtual desktop. That's Guy Godin's, and then there's a virtual desktop that's like from Oculus type of thing, which is a bit of a different solution. Are we back? I think we're back. Close enough. Okay, good enough. So with that, let's just step back here. What were we gonna do? I was trying to show you something. What was I trying to show you? Virtual desktop. Remind me? I don't remember. I've lost it. Do a small number of Steam games still not work with virtual desktop? I have only ever run across one, and I don't remember which one it was. Just for kicks, we get people to post their first tags, usernames on screen.
GT says, Vox.
You want me to do Vox? But why were we doing Vox? Virtual desktop wise, yeah? But we wanted to totally max it out and see how lagged it would be. Wasn't that it? This is not smart. I love the not smart tests. Because it's like, okay, how much can I push it? And, oh, there I am. Hi, Mom. Right. I don't know why it makes me red. In fact, you make me red.
Says,
weird.
HLA.
Strange. Half-Life Alyx? Okay, you can do Alyx. But again, remember, what I'm doing is I'm basically showing you, you know, all right, we'll do it. We'll fuck it, Alyx. I said Alyx, we'll do it. All right, where are you, Alyx? Alyx, Steam. This is way easier than this, but library. Half-Life Alyx.
Noresh Ladu says, your mom looks like you, haha.
My mom looks like me. Well, thank you. All right. It's probably the other way around, though. All right. You wanted it. This is going to lag, I think. But let's see. So we'll see. Okay. There was a beta update for Virtual Desktop today that added compatibility for Walking Dead Onslaught, which doesn't work with Link.
Says,
Yeah.
I left for a while and came back. Which you like better?
Which one do I like better? By far Virtual Desktop. It's great, the colors are fantastic, and it's no latency. What you're seeing, because I'm trying to do this in 2 directions, in other words, cast from the headset to the PC and push PC to the headset, is you're going to see a D-link between what I'm doing and what you're seeing on screen. So you're already seeing it. You're already seeing a lag. See, low available GPU memory. I always get that. Let's just go ahead and continue. What is this? Chapter 2. Yeah. I don't even remember what this was. Maybe it was a new save or something. I have beaten the game. But the purpose of this is to show you what I see through the lenses and the level of quality that I get. We'll just kind of do some stuff here. One other test that someone asked me to do was to like see a Word document or something like that and see how far away you could
Link Loki has me FD up
check it
because
from.
I get like artifacting and stuff.
Yeah, the artifacting thing with Link isn't
W0LF says,
great.
enough with the virtual desktop latency question already.
All right, Wolf. Yeah, I know. We've kind of answered it like 16 times, but I had to dedicate at least one session, you know, to this, answering if Link is any good. I still think Link is a decent utility. I just I don't see myself using it a lot. Okay. Now what settings are we on?
Arcadian VR says, try putting the controllers down and see if hand tracking just works.
If hand tracking just works, well, I don't have it enabled right now. Do you want me to try that? Okay. That's kind of crazy, but I can try it. Okay, what are our settings at the moment in VD? Because I think I'm killing the system. Streaming. 90, medium. settings. Frame rate 90, desktop bitrate. So that's the desktop bitrate. Streaming is what we're talking about because it's the graphics quality, right? And so if I have this, and we go down to 40, for example, maybe that will sort things out. Why am I in low health? Okay. I'm gonna try one more thing. Let's try ramping this up. I don't think this is gonna work. I think this is gonna be a problem. So it should be discernible latency for me if I'm... Okay, I saw some judder there. This is all like, I would say this is not glass smooth. This is a little bit like latent. Again, you're going to see this a little bit later than me.
Latency would better if you had second desktop for casting and streaming.
Yeah, but that's true.
Adam says,
but I don't do
we
this
have
a lot.
Crazy delay.
I know you have crazy delay, but you are going to be able to see the detail in the hands and stuff in a moment. Okay. Oh, I'm out. No mag. I seem to
I got
only
a
have...
dead zombie here. I thought the Combine sealed up the QZ.
This one must have squirted out. I've heard they've had trouble with barnacle spores outside the containment area, but not about fellas like this.
Probably not a one-off then.
I doubt it.
Okay. Now again, the reason I'm doing this is just so that you're able to get a flavor for the kind of quest level
Flowerful
imagery.
says, holy shit, that image looks good.
Yeah, it does look good. And that's the point. Like you can see the resistors on the circuit board. But where's my second hand? Like what happened? Where's my second hand? Right? Why am I one-handed? Oh, I think I chose. Oh. Shit. How do I get the menu up? I decided to play it in Oculus Go and see how far I could get. And I got this far to this door and then I couldn't go anywhere. And that's why. Okay, well, let's consider this test done because you'll be staring at the stream forever if we don't continue. But that's the idea of what you can see in terms of the detail.
El Bagdal Wonk says, are you still getting great battery life on the controllers?
Go ahead and quit that. Am I getting great battery life? I haven't had to change the batteries. That's ridiculous. What are they on? See, that's ridiculous. You know what they do? I bet they're... How is that 100%? Hang on. Wait. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. How are they getting 4 times the battery life? Are they reclaiming? Are they? Oh my god. Yeah. By the way. There you go. How long have you had it? I've had it like 5 days.
How long have you had the Quest 2?
Yeah, 5 days. So we're just going to stay here while you watch that slideshow. My GPU is a 1080. Yeah.
Dungeon Lucas says, is the Oculus Quest 2 better than the Quest?
Oh, it's way better done. Yeah, way better. It's like, it's a substantial upgrade. If you have a Quest, sell the Quest, get the Quest 2 before they run out of stock. But yeah, the battery door, I'm really confused. I didn't replace the batteries, I don't think. Let me just check. I don't think I've replaced the batteries at all. It can't be at 100%. Doesn't make any sense. Yep, it's the original alkaline batteries. The feck. Okay, maybe it's lying to me?
N0 Kernel W0LF says,
that's crazy.
Controllers are like those torches you shake to charge up.
Yeah, I think they're. I really do think that they're reclaiming from some of the motion.
They recharge kinetically. LOL.
They must recharge kinetically because how else do you get that kind of battery life? That's really crazy. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the Half-Life Alyx demonstration. So you can see, as I said, the reason it's lagged like that is because basically we've queued up a bunch of images, and because we're playing, the images that for me playing override. I don't know if that's like UDP or whatever, but you can see there the battery on the controllers and stuff. Like, that's insane. That's absolutely bonkers for me. All right, guys, gals, ladies, gentlemen, all that kind of stuff. Look, I just spent like $550 to import a 256. Good choice, Natalie. Report back, yeah? Report back.
Kelly Y says,
I think I'm going to use...
batteries rechargeable?
Are the batteries rechargeable in the actual device? No.
Your missus is sneaking new batteries in while you sleep.
I have new batteries here. I use these Eneloop batteries, but these are Panasonic rechargeables. If you're looking for rechargeables, go for these guys. They're really good. The white ones, for a particular reason, and that these have a really nice charge. Natalie, congratulations. You've made a wise decision. I really think that Quest 2 is...
You can look up your delivery date.
Something you just have to... They actually just took my money, so they must be delivering soon. But my God, be excited. We've got 3 more of these. If there's something in particular that you want...
Says, Elon Musk donated batteries to Oculus.
If there's something particular that you want me to show, I've got 2 dedicated nights left. Okay? Ask me for it. These are the things I've got on the list so far. Someone's asked me to try Quill on Oculus Quest 2, Espire 1, and Dead and Buried 2. So I'm going to try those things tomorrow. If you want to join me for a Dead and Buried 2 match, then please let me know. We'll get together. We'll pick a time. Whatever.
Hey.
Yeah. I prefer the swappable batteries as well. It's like when you kill it, I don't want a rechargeable battery. I've said that to Oculus so many times. I'm so glad they're still on that. Now the headset itself, of course, needs to charge or whatever. The cool thing about Link, and this is the thing, the cool thing about Link that we didn't talk about is you can recharge the headset while you're playing with it. Right? My Oculus name is MTalk5. You can try to add me. I won't friend you back. Sorry. I've made that mistake, and there's a problem actually. If you add too many friends in Oculus Home, it's like a memory leak problem. I don't know if it's a memory leak, but it's a problem, and it starts to make the whole social system chug. So actually, if you have less than 100 friends, stay there, okay? Be picky and choosy about your friends. It's not something we knew was a problem before, but it has been a problem.
Why not rechargeable?
I love rechargeable. Yeah, I personally love rechargeable. Swappable, I mean, you know, that's that swappable, rechargeable batteries, the way to go. That's it. Okay. What if you have over 1,000? Oh, ask Nathy. He's screwed. His friend system is really screwed. You can also add an external battery bank to charge while playing. Yeah. So for example, if I wanted to, right, I could. Let's see if I can show you this headset, right? So I could use, this is just a U-green cable, this battery bank.
Says, do the rechargeable batteries fit? This
is something that I used to do with the Quest. Okay, I'm just going to put you on speaker there. So I would, let me see here, do I have, okay, I don't have a side adapter for that, so I'm just going to do this in kind of a messy way. There's only one port. Put that through the side, put this in the pocket, right? And you do it like this. So you go like, boom. Put it on this one. Yeah, do it like this. And then this is complicated. Well, I need a slightly longer lead, but even with that, right, I'd be able to, where's my pocket? Zip it. Job done. Sorted.
Timxt1 says, Eneloop batteries and IKEA Eladar batteries are the same, just relabeled.
Yeah, very good. Eneloop and Lada batteries? Well, they could be the same. But there you go. I think we're going to need to do a new home and stuff. If there are games you want me to try out, let me know.
Do you think the strap with battery from Oculus worth it?
The strap with the battery. It depends on what you want to do. The thing is, the reason why I didn't go for that is because I think that the Quest 2, 2 hours of battery is really fair for what my type of play style is. I'm not going to generally be playing, like, I'd be better if it was 3 hours, but to be honest, 2 hours is fine. And now that I know that Link works as well as it does, and it does work, I could always link up if I wanted to. But generally speaking, I want to do like that tetherless, spinning in place, having fun, showing you guys and girls and ladies of the night
and ladies of the prowling streets who howl and have teeth and fur.
Arcanian
all of you.
says, Would it benefit from the extra weight at the back though?
I really don't. I don't find this an imbalanced headset like the Quest.
Millidium
The Quest is imbalanced.
Your timestamps are ready, sir.
Thank you. Already ready. Wow. So I will go ahead and that's Adam's nice way of saying GTFO. It's time to eject. Get the feck out.
Kids around equals 30 minutes playtime if you're lucky.
Because I'm wrecked. Yeah, kids around 30 minutes playtime. Guys, ladies, thank you for showing me the way.
Says, thanks, man. Entertain and informative.
We're just gonna finish here, right? We're gonna finish here for tonight. I'm back tomorrow. I'm back on Friday. I'm unfortunately busy at the weekend, so you won't see me on the F Reality podcast. But please check that out. F Reality. Go along. It's the podcast we do every Saturday. Fantastic show. If you want to be the most informed, great group of guys. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I've got to say. Peace out. Have a great night. I'll leave you with some wonderful background music, which I'm sure you're sick of at this stage, but at some stage I'll fix my background music and we'll get something better.
Did you have anything to say to Lonely about shooting skills him?
About Lonely Viper about shooting skills? No. That guy, he's a good guy. Hey Viper, how you doing? I didn't see you there, man. Yeah, Lady of the Night. It's been fun. Zimdog 5 and out. Yeah. I still remember us having a tiff and bam. That was a good night. If anyone's been around long enough to see me argue in public with Viper, that was a good night. I'll never forget it. It's the night we fell in love. It's like bad blood. It's like bad blood the whole way. Back when they knew how to make a battle royale game. These nighttime stories and more. Come on back. Tomorrow, round about 9:30 again. UK time. A little bit more chilling out with Quest 2 and Zim. Go empty your bank balances. Get hyped. Fun headset. Even if you're not buying it, you're just a VR player. Always welcome here to hang out and ogle at new stuff. Good night, everybody. Dream of snakes in your bed.